Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kwadash. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Yahweh, Akkad, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Akkad, Shemai, Yasharala, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Akkad. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone, who I believe are the true prophets of the Lord coming back into their lot. Elders and bishops also as well. To scattered Israelite Gentiles out there. The Jeremiah 12:9 Israelites, the speckled bird, who look like the heathen in appearance and physicality, but in their spirit, through the spirit. They are the chosen. Shalom to you and to the Akwam and Akwas listening and learning, building up their faith in these last days, keeping their faith so it will not be robbed by our oppressor. Shalom to you as well. So this is on a couple weeks ago, No Kings protest. As you can see here, you have, play it again. This is me driving, right? As you can see in Clearwater, Florida. As you can see, even this truck right here, look at it. See it? That truck. So this, when the Lord gives us signs, we have to discern the signs of the times. This right here is showing you that Egypt is crumbling. We have our enemy fighting our enemy. Our enemy fighting against himself. For a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. That's what the word says. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is called Sodom in Egypt. Revelation 11:8. So the Lord is showing us that he's fighting for us. He's coming back. He's stirring up the spirits, getting them ready. Right? But how can you say that? I say that because a man's goings come from the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Proverbs 20:24. A man divides his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Proverbs 16:9. So the Lord is causing a controversy with the oppressor, the colonizer, our enemy, Joshua, Esau, to go ahead and fight between themselves, which we know through that sign and also the great awakening of the Israelites, the scattered Israelites, and also the war going on in Iran, that we are in the end days, right? It's beautiful. Get Isaiah 19. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud. And through the word, we know that clouds, when the word says cloud, they can either talk about a cloud or our actual chariot. So we know through faith that these clouds is talking about the chariots of the Lord, great and mighty, shiny, metallic, made up of elements out of this world that we have never seen before. They can defy the laws of gravity, stop, go forth, come down, come up, go diagonal. Like when it would take a fighter jet and Esau's fighter jet like 2 miles to turn around, these chariots can stop on the dime. The Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, right? Mizraim, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, right? Second verse. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? Egyptians against the Egyptians. What was that truck say? Let me show you. Go back to that truck. I can go back. Damn iPhone. I'm gonna have to just replay it. Right there. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So what you look like, it seems to be an Edomite driving in this truck, right? Which I believe it is. Just based on he has a big ass truck, got a big ass American flag, right? A Babylonian flag, Egyptian flag, right? And he's saying, "Fuck ICE." But hold on, I thought you wanted to get rid of. I thought you wanted Jim Crow to come back. I thought you wanted those same policies that made America great when we were enslaved in chains for over 400 years, and then the Jim Crow laws, right? For about 100 years also. When a brother can even look at a woman in the eye, if not, he would get hanged. A so-called white woman, to be exact. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. This is their kingdom. They rule the earth. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not him, then who is he? Right? Who covered up the faces? Our oppressor, the Renaissance, the reborn, the rebirth. Christopher Columbus. Who else they had? Hernando Cortez. So many conquistadors that came and raped, robbed, murdered, pillaged, and just went ham on the indigenous tribes of North, Central, South America, who are the Israelites. Let's get it. And the spirit of verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and wizards. So their left-handed magic, their left-handed power is not working for them anymore. That's why all you're seeing on TikTok and social media and YouTube are these Edomites, these so-called white people complaining about their kingdom. They're oppressed. Gas is going through the roof. Their American dream has collapsed in their mind. They can't see a future here anymore. They can't see the white picket fence. They can't see the vacations. They can't see those holidays being celebrated. They can't see the pride of America, the pride of Esau, the pride of the eagle. They know something is up. And they know that they're going, and they know that this war will not end greatly. That's the spirit that the Lord's given to them. Verse 4, Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give unto the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, the Lord of hosts, which means the Lord of war. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Exodus 15:3. So by prophecies, we know that there's it's nothing left here in this kingdom. Look at them. Look at them all on the side. Look at them. And these are older Edomites too, because they want their sons and daughters to go on and have forth, but it's that the Lord is speeding up the times, and they're realizing that their kingdom is over. That old ancient Roman, prideful Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, Babylonian, Egyptian kingdom is coming to an end, and they're seeing that there's no hope for them. But us, through the Lord, right? He will fight for thee. He will fight for us, which is beautiful, beautiful sight to see. Let's get Daniel 2:41. Get rid of this. Okay. Daniel 2:41. This is Daniel's prophecies. He's seeing these kingdoms, right? These kingdoms coming, going throughout these empires. He's giving his vision. Daniel 2:41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of the potter's clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay. You're seeing that this clay and this metal cannot mix together, which means it will become soft. It will become sensitive. It will become weak, broken. This is the vision that he saw. This kingdom, right? This kingdom is becoming weak because you have the Egyptians fighting against the Egyptians. MAGA versus Esau. Look at that. He has Trump. He has a cruel Lord on the back of his truck in the seat with an orange jumpsuit on, meaning that he's been in prison. It just means they want to go for his head. But this is prophecy, and it's beautiful. Verse 42. And at the toes of the feet were as part of iron and part of clay. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Partly strong and partly broken. Look at this. Strive to the truth unto death, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall fight for thee. Ecclesiasticus 4:28, right? All we have is our faith now. You have to get up and go to work when the alarm clock goes off because we're subject to payments through Baruch 3:8, right? We have enough we need. We have food, water, a place to stay. You got AC, you got Wi-Fi, you got TV. You're good. You're fine. This is our kingdom. We have to come out of her. Come out of her, my people. This is not our kingdom. Remember that. If you find yourself getting comfortable, wanting the 1990 America to come back, wanting the pre-COVID America to come back, then you have to examine yourself whether you are in the faith, whether you want it to be destroyed. Let's get Luke 11:15 and 20. I'm going to wrap it up. Luke 11, verse 15. So this Yahushua cursing out the scribes and Pharisees. But some of them said, he cast out devils through Beelzebub, the chief of the devils. And others tempting him sought of him a sign from heaven. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan shall also be divided against itself, how shall his kingdom stand? Right? If Satan be divided against itself, how shall that kingdom stand? How? When have you ever seen America like this? When it was a president. Even Biden didn't have this. I'm sure they had protests, but it wasn't like this. That's how you know we're at the end. That's how you know we're at the end. Verse 19, Luke 11:19. And if by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore shall they be your judges. And if I with the finger of Yahweh cast out devils, no doubt the kingdom of Yahweh is come upon you. Right? This is what he's telling them. Let's go back to 19. And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Right? How can your sons cast them out? right? If you call me the devil and I'm casting out devils, did not mean that the kingdom will stand, right? The kingdom is coming to an end because a house divided against itself cannot stand. So he got him in a quagmire, backed up into a corner, questioning them. Oh yeah? Verse 20. But if I with the finger of Yahweh cast out devils, no doubt the kingdom of Yahweh has come upon you. So if he's casting out with the power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, I am that I am, B'Hashem coming in the name, Yahweh Shai, he saves. If he's doing it, then that shows you that, damn, right? Then this kingdom is really, the kingdom is coming, and their kingdom that they're worshiping, because they remember he was cursing them out. He's telling them, you are your father the devil, and lust of the father you shall do. Who was murdered from the beginning, he abode not in the truth. Right? He's telling them, like, you have your father, which is Satan, through the Roman Empire. Yahushua came through the Roman Empire. And us here living now, we're in a revived Roman Empire. So he's telling them that their kingdom is coming to an end. But, you know, they were simple Israelites. But we know that he's coming because he's giving us these signs, right? But mind you, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years to us. Saki, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as if a day. So our patience has to be on high, superior high. Knowing this that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Luke 21:19 and James 1:3. That's the precept to that. So we have to stay faithful. When have you ever seen America like this? I've never seen America like this in my 37 years being on this earth. Never. They've always been so prideful, but now you're seeing like they're broken. This is a kingdom that's broken. We're almost out of here. Stay in the faith. Don't let this devil rob you from it.